Well, to that end, you've obviously seen things that made you want to run for governor. We have a sitting governor who's very popular. You see the polling. We have a candidate, a Democratic candidate, who is a Christian lady and suddenly finds herself at odds with quite a bit of the Democratic voter base because she's following her faith over politics. What is it that Jimmy Blake saw that said, I'm going to get back into this thing and just see how it works out?
The one thing the Democrats and the Republicans agree on is that they don't want any competition. Okay, we've got 65 libertarians running across the state right now. 50 of them are running only against a Republican or only against a Democrat. So that tells you that there's no competition. People wonder why we don't have good choices. It's because the politicians have made it where it's impossible to get on the ballot. I would say to the people out there, we've got a really sharp black lady named Ruth Nelson running for lieutenant governor. Guess what? There's no Democrat running for lieutenant governor. You've got Ainsworth, you got Ruth Nelson, okay? So I hope that people will get out there and vote for Ruth Nelson or vote for Jason Clark, who's running for agriculture and industry. They don't have Democrat opposition. And so, there's no danger of electing a Democrat, which I think is something that the Republicans push. There's no danger of that. And you could help make sure that you got and your neighbors have a choice in who to vote for next time.
People are in the habit of, what are you going to give me? How are you going to go fix this thing and change this thing? And they don't want to hear liberty as an answer.
No, what we're going to do is to make sure that you have the opportunity to make the best choice for you and your family at all times without the interference of government. We will protect your Second Amendment gun rights. We will not interfere with those. All of those laws or federal gun laws are not even legal. Women's rights, ending mass incarceration, which is a major platform of the existing government, utilizing it as a means of economic development for the state, building prisons. We want you to understand that your freedoms will be protected. The libertarians are not taking them away. I believe cannabis should be legal. So we are bringing you those freedoms that have been taken from you that you thought you were getting because of the other platforms. We are guaranteeing those freedoms. Big time right now is women's rights. I bring that. My opponent does not. Look at your choices. If you're a Democrat and you check the straight party, you won't have voted for a lieutenant gubernatorial candidate at all.
I want to get rid of, which never should have been, the tax on food and groceries in Alabama. But the tax that, the people will feel more than anything is the income tax. Because we don't know whether the grocers are going to take the sales tax money or whether it's going to be passed on to the people of Alabama.
Right.
And I'd be a little concerned that the people who are really pushing that is the Grocers Association. And I'm not necessarily here to help the Grocers Association. I'm here to help the people of Alabama. When we send them a message, as George Wallace used to say, by voting Libertarian. I mean, and the biggest thing that the Libertarians bring to the table is we're going to keep folks honest. We're going to call them out.